What we have here is survey data based on health.
These students are looking at the data for 200 people in a survey from 2003. They're using this survey to build on their understanding of the normal distribution by considering which variables in the survey are normally distributed.
We started this task by just projecting up on screen a health survey. It had ethnicity, it had age, BMI, height, weight. The way to start the session was just to say, which of these do you think could be normally distributed?
BMI is also calculated, so I think you get a normal distributed there.
When you're looking at the values there, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for consistency.
Right, okay.
Any, I don't know, biased values that are occurring.
Okay. Could you show me what you've got on your boards, please? Show me what you've got. Okay, you guys here have got BMI, quite a lot over here. Waist BMI, pulse, weight, age and height. What sort of data do we need, really, for something to be normally distributed? We want quantities, we want numbers, numeric data. Right, okay. So, are we okay with saying race, that's out of the bag to begin with? Right, okay. Some really good points came out of that, because like some of them wrote down some data that was not numeric. So we were like, well, could this be normally distributed? And it was like, we had a discussion and we were like, right, clearly not, this couldn't be normally distributed. We were talking about race or something like that. It's like, no. Can I just get a vote from us all? Yes, I think age might be normally distributed, or no, I don't think age is normally distributed. Can I just get a clear show of hands? Okay, so it's definitely a majority think yes, age could be normally distributed. Why do you think age might not be normally distributed?
I think it would depend on the quantity of the data as well.
Right.
Did they realise what normally distributed was?
Beforehand, they didn't think about it as much as they could have. Actually showing them the graphs and getting them to think about the graphs really made them sort of like step back and readdress what they thought at first. So here's a histogram of the data here. If you were going to describe this data on age, how would you describe how this distribution is looking?
It's almost like an exponential decay.
An exponential decay? Well, Pashal, what were you going to say?
It gradually goes down. So.
Gradually goes down?
Mainly, there's a lot of young people, 20 to 30.
Yeah, okay, more young people, less older people. Just give them a chance to sort of like visualise stuff and then make comments on it. And I think that was like useful if they were like wanting to explain in a question, for example, why they thought a particular thing was normally distributed or not. What would you say? Do you think that looks like normally distributed data?
It's a bit skewed.
Do you pick up on continuous
data?
data?
Exactly. There was that idea. I maybe could have drawn that out a bit more. I was like sort of up on screen, highlighting the data, putting it onto GeoGebra and showing them the histogram. They could have also investigated it themselves and drawn the histograms themselves. On reflection, that might have been quite a nice thing for them to do on their own, actually.
So how large is the sample?
How large is our sample? Great question. A sample size of 200 here. Do you think that is a large enough sample for us to sort of see whether we...
Reasonable.
Pardon?
It looks reasonable.
So what we're going to do is take a look at some data here. Our blue data is a population of size 1,000. This is definitely normally distributed data here in the blue. We take a histogram of that, looks normally distributed?
Yeah.
Right. Also, what we have here, all you need to really know about this graph is if we get like a linear correlation, then we can be pretty convinced that what we have is something that's normally distributed. Take on the other hand the pink data. The pink data over here, it's the same data, but it's just a sample of size 40. We take a look at that, are we convinced that that's normally distributed?
More or less.
More or less, okay. But as convinced as this?
No.
No, not as convinced as this, are we? Now that's the thing. We can get a lot of variation going on depending on our sample. So we really have to be very wary about how we're taking our samples here.
So if you would do that again or take it further, would you give them laptops maybe?
Absolutely, I think that would be,
Or on their phones?
Exactly.
I guess decimals is not strong enough.
Yeah. Yeah, doing something like that would be perfect, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Get the laptops out and get them really discussing and like maybe like sort of like writing a report on which things they thought were normally distributed and why.